Wait, is Kristen DiMera actually losing her mind? Or did Sophia Choi somehow survive getting her head bashed in with a rock? And hold on a second, is EJ DiMera seriously about to murder his own sister over what happened to Johnny? I am shaking right now. Hey Days fans, welcome back to the channel. I've got some massive Salem drama to unpack today, and trust me, you are going to want to hear this. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our daily Days of Our Lives deep dives. Let's get right into it. We have got to talk about these brand new JPI Studios preview photos for the May 6th episode because my jaw is on the floor. The May Sweeps Month drama is officially in high gear, and Kristen DiMera is at the absolute center of the chaos. The spoilers tease that Kristen is in for a massive shock, and the photos show exactly why. Sophia Choi is standing right in the middle of the DiMera living room. But she is not just standing there. She is soaking wet, covered in blood, and looking like a literal horror movie villain. The look on Sophia's face is absolutely priceless, like she has crawled out of the river specifically to drag Kristen straight to hell. And Kristen? Kristen looks completely terrified. I was stunned. Completely stunned. Let's be real for a second. Stacy Hyduck is acting her absolute face off right now. She is a legacy character legend, and nobody plays unhinged paranoid panic quite like she does. In the photos, we see Kristen and Sophia having this incredibly tense, aggressive conversation. Kristen has her hands on her hips, pointing her finger right in Sophia's face. Kristen is not just standing there taking it, she is in full fight mode. But here is my wild prediction, and I honestly believe I am right about this. I do not think Sophia is actually standing in that room. I think Kristen is having a massive guilt-ridden nightmare. Why do I think that? Because the other photos show EJ DiMera joining the drama. EJ is standing over Kristen, looking like he is physically shaking her awake, and Kristen looks completely shell-shocked. It makes perfect sense. Kristen bashed Sophia's head in with a rock and dumped her in the river. You do not just walk away from a sloppy murder cover-up without your subconscious making you pay for it. Even though Kristen claims she has no conscience, this version of Sophia is haunting her. It is brilliant writing. The writers are using Kristen's own paranoia to destroy her from the inside out. And let's talk about EJ for a second, because Dan Foyer-Regal is absolutely killing it right now. The actor playing EJ is bringing this dark, lethal, vintage Stefano DiMera energy to the screen, and I am here for it. EJ just found out that Johnny was tied up and left to burn alive in his own apartment. EJ is in full protective father mode, and he already suspects Kristen had something to do with it. If you ask me, EJ is not playing games anymore. He issued a lethal threat to Kristen, heavily implying that if he finds proof she helped Sophia attack Johnny, he will end her. We all know the DiMera siblings have a toxic history, but EJ murdering Kristen over his son, that is Sweeps Month gold. Let's pivot to the other side of the DiMera family tree, because Chad DiMera is back in town and things are getting incredibly messy. Conner Floyd has taken over as the recast for Chad, and I have to say, the chemistry he is bringing to the screen is totally different. The preview photos show Chad having a super tense run-in with Cat Greene in Horton Town Square. I cannot believe the writers are making Chad do this dance with Cat again. Annalyn McCord is giving us peak soap opera villainous energy, but we all know Cat is playing a dangerous game. She is secretly spying on EJ for Rafe Hernandez, but she clearly still has feelings for Chad. In the photos, Chad and Cat are having a deeply uncomfortable conversation. I think Chad is incredibly jealous because he knows Cat has been getting way too cozy with EJ while he was out of town. But Chad's hands are completely tied. He cannot be with Cat. His son Thomas absolutely hates her because she masqueraded as his dead mother Abigail. That kind of psychological trauma does not just go away. Chad knows he has to keep his distance for the sake of his kids, but the undeniable tension between him and Cat is just simmering under the surface. I honestly believe Cat is going to use EJ to make Chad jealous, and it is going to blow up in everyone's faces. Speaking of blowing up, the photos also show a super tense moment between EJ and Chad at the hospital. EJ looks completely miserable and frustrated with his brother, and Chad looks just as annoyed. These two brothers have been fighting over women and power for the last decade. Remember the epic love triangle with Abigail? The DiMera brothers simply cannot share a sandbox without throwing sand in each other's eyes. I think Chad is figuring out that Cat is playing EJ, and EJ does not want to hear it. Or maybe Chad is stepping up to challenge EJ's authority at DiMera Enterprises now that Stefano's will reading is looming over them. Whatever it is, the sibling rivalry is about to explode. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the Brady family, because Roman Brady is finally growing a backbone, and it is about time. The preview photos show Roman and Marlena Evans having a serious chat at the hospital before they go in to visit Johnny. But the really juicy spoiler is that Roman has some incredibly harsh words for his wife, Kate Roberts. Roman is officially laying down the law and ordering Kate to take a massive step back. If you ask me, Roman is banning Kate from visiting Johnny, and she absolutely deserves it. Lauren Koslow is a daytime television icon. I love her to death, but Kate Roberts has been completely out of control lately. She partnered with Xander Cook to commit corporate espionage against Titan, and she set up that massive lawsuit trap that directly targeted Johnny. Johnny almost died in a fire, and now Kate wants to play the doting, concerned grandmother at his hospital bedside. Are you kidding me? Roman is finally seeing through her toxic manipulation. Kate has a legendary history of destroying the people she claims to love, going all the way back to her days with Victor Kiriakis and Stefano DiMera. Roman is at his breaking point, and I think this might actually be the end of their marriage. While Roman is dealing with his toxic wife, Marlena is stepping up to do what she does best. Deidre Hall is the reigning queen of daytime therapy, and she is giving Johnny some much-needed trauma counseling in his hospital room. Johnny has been to hell and back. He was betrayed by Sophia, tied up, and left to burn alive. On top of that, his wife Chanel is dealing with a terrifying breast cancer scare. The poor guy is completely overwhelmed, and Marlena is the only one who can help him process this nightmare. I love seeing Marlena in her professional element, anchoring her family when everything else is falling apart. Finally, we have to talk about Theo Carver, because my heart is absolutely breaking for him. The spoilers reveal that Theo is struggling massively with the return of his mother, Lexi Carver. Nikki Crawford is bringing Lexi back to life, but the waiting game is eating Theo alive. Theo has autism, and he relies so heavily on stability and routine. Having his presumed dead mother suddenly resurrected but stuck in a medical limbo waiting to wake up is pure psychological torture. Theo goes to see Marlena for a therapy session, and I am so glad he is getting professional help. But here is the kicker, and this is the spoiler that has my mind racing. The preview photos show Theo having a conversation with Cat Greene in the town square, and Cat looks extremely upset. Why on earth would Cat be upset by something Theo says? I have a wild theory about this. We all know Theo is the executor of Stefano's will, and he knows all of EJ's dark secrets, including the fact that Lexi is alive. What if Theo figures out that Cat is a spy? What if Theo realizes Cat is working for Rafe and warns her to back off his family? Or, what if Theo accidentally drops the bomb about Lexi's resurrection to Cat, and Cat realizes she is in way over her head with the DiMera family's supernatural insanity? Either way, Cat looks rattled, and I am living for it. The drama in Salem is reaching a boiling point, and I cannot wait to see how this all plays out on screen. The writers are giving us everything we want for Sweeps Month: murder cover-ups, legacy character resurrections, bitter sibling rivalries, and toxic romance. So, I have to ask you guys, do you think Sophia Choi is actually alive and haunting Kristen, or is Kristen just losing her mind in a guilt-ridden nightmare? And do you think Chad and Kat will ever actually get back together, or is Thomas's hatred going to keep them apart forever? Let me know your wildest theories in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all tomorrow for more Days of Our Lives spoilers and updates.